Good evening, ladies and gents. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for another week. It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock, and it's Happy Hour TV. So thank you very much for coming along. It's Christmas time. We've got 2 Christmas episodes we're going to do. So we're going to do this week and we're going to do next week, and then we'll have a break over the Christmas period, and then be back in the new year. Guys, nice to see you wearing a Christmas jumper, John. Good for you. And I can see that Sam's done a bit, behind, with the stars and the
it's behind as well, yeah.
Few decks and stuff, yeah. I didn't have anything in the office. You guys have bullied me into this, so I found a bit of tinsel, stocked that up, and I've nicked the kids' toys, just to get them in shot, and I've stuck me Christmas hat on. But I am going to cook in this thing. I'm already sweating. Welcome to another Happy Hour TV. What have we been up to this week? Mark, you've been working this week.
I've been back out working.
Excellent. Good job.
I'm absolutely knackered.
Yeah. What time are you getting up?
Before 5. Just before 5.
Goodness.
And then I'm not arriving back till after 6.
Is it Monday to Friday? Do you get your weekends off?
Friday.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Weekends off.
Oh, so you can sleep in at the weekend and catch up on it.
Yeah, but I can't sleep in I'm one of these old body clock, it's set. So I'll still be up early on a weekend.
Oh,
no different.
That's rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, my brother's a bit like that. What's he doing, Mark?
It's just a bit of electrical install work again on at Bolton Royal Infirmary. It's like a temporary modular building, temporary modular extension to a ward. It's like, I think it's maybe a maternity ward. It's not a COVID ward. It's like a maternity area, so I think. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I've got to get back into it, really.
I see you've been to Specsavers by the looks of it.
I have, yeah. I've ended up with my first pair of glasses.
It's a sign of age, Mark. It's a sign of age.
I didn't need them because you were all becoming a bit blurry. I was struggling to read this little logo.
The thing with electrics is it's colour coded, isn't it? Right. Yeah. So but yeah, if you've got to start reading tiny instructions and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes the terminals are, and they have little letters on them.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up, can we?
Oh, God. Cool. You don't wear glasses, do you, John? I don't think I've ever seen.
Well, no, I don't wear. I mean, I did go to Specsavers about 3 years ago,
right?
Maybe longer, and they gave me a prescription, and I thought, you honestly, you just try to sell me some gigs here.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, you know what? Give me some gigs, not bothered. And they gave me some prescription polarized glasses.
Oh yeah, the expensive
honestly,
ones.
if I took them off, I could see. I can make out fine detail at sort of a distance.
Yeah.
Put them on, it would go blurry for a second, and then it would go in fine detail again. Take them off, it would go blurry, then fine detail. I couldn't see any difference if they were on or off. Yeah, and I thought, you just sold me some gigs, haven't you?
Yeah,
just sold me some gigs.
Yeah.
65 quid or something. Anyway,
I've noticed that with Specsavers, they're pretty bad, for the sales machine. And I'm assuming, Mark, that that you've got bad eyes and things, and that there was a reason for going. But
I can tell the difference. Yeah.
That's good.
I've noticed that when I first started using Specsavers, I was watching it as a sales machine. You go for your appointment, and then the sales people walk you to a certain part, and I watched it 2 or 3 times, and they walk you right to the middle of the range, right? And if you go, I can't afford £65 or £79 or whatever it might be, they go, well, we've got budget ones, and then they move down the line. And then for the people that go in at 79 quid and they look at those and go, no, I want like 2 for 1, I've heard you've got a deal on. Well, they tend to be the £99 glasses, and then they'll get you on those, and then if they don't get you on those, they'll push you up to the designer, and things. But they all came to the same point on the shelf. It was like a sales technique.
All part of the training.
It's all part of the training. They went straight to the same spot.
But after all, they are a business, and they depend on sales.
They are, yeah. I watched I've got some great adverts, to do for what happens next. And I haven't got it in there, but there was a funny advert where kids were telling people, right, or telling the camera that they'd seen Santa, right? He was all in red, even his face was red, right? And then another kid comes on and goes, he had feet 10 meters long, 10 meters long. You know, this kid's going, right? And then, like, you know, the advert was, never seen Santa before. You know, should have gone the Specsavers, and you know, and it was like, I couldn't believe it that they'd used kids, you know, for like, because they'd never seen Santa, you know, but they, in their mind, you know, they've kind of made up what they think he looks like, you know. Specsavers jumped on that as like a little tactic, you know, for saying, well, never seen Santa, should have gone the Specsavers.
Talk about speculating. They're looking at custom in 10 years' time, aren't they? They're planting a seed in every 5, 6, 7-year-old who think,
I need glasses.
Yeah. I want to see Santa.
Yeah.
I need Specsavers to see Santa.
Yeah. That's bad.
And when they you know, might need some aid for the mince pies.
Yeah.
Specsavers.
There you go. It's bad, but you know, good to see you wearing specs. You know, join the club. I put it down to old age. John, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I've finished decorating the two boys' bedrooms.
Oh, good for you. Good. Carpets down.
Pardon?
Carpets down.
Yes, today. Yeah.
Good.
So, walls painted, carpets down. So I might have been having a little browse on eBay for classic cars, classic motorbikes, and I might have driven to Stockport to look at a classic car.
I did get the phone call, Mark. Did you not get the phone call?
I didn't get the phone call. No.
Goodness me.
You're working. I wanted to drive it back. I wanted to drive there. And someone else would drive. I was going to buy it. On.
I got the phone. I got the text messages the night before, but I didn't see them until midday the following day because I'd left my phone on airplane mode, right? Yeah. And I didn't do anything with it. The following morning, I'm thinking, oh, phone's quiet. You know, picked it up and saw that I'd left it on airplane mode. And then his text message comes through: fancy a trip to Stockport? What? I get a message from Lauren saying, have you seen John's message? Sounds quite urgent. Does this, you know? Yeah. And then I go and follow this link to an eBay, you know, option, you know, and he's only going and looking at an MG, you know.
Oh yeah.
So it actually works then?
No, it don't work. No, don't go, bro.
So you haven't bought it? You haven't bought it?
No, I haven't bought it. No, so I looked at it. The seller didn't give the best vibes. When I turned up, it was freezing cold, and Lauren wasn't best pleased that I
dragged her.
She really did need a wee, right? It was cold, and she said to me, "Can I just stay in the car?" I said, what you on about, woman? You know, come with me, have a look at this bloody car. You think driveway there? It'll look a bit weird if you're sat in our car. Anyway, knocks on the door. It only takes him 20 minutes to answer the door. 20 minutes. I was on the driveway looking around it. And in fact, in the end, it wasn't him that answered the door, it was this other woman. And she opened the door. I said, here to look at the car. And she said, oh yeah, I'll just go get him. He's in bed.
Oh, marvellous.
What? It's 10:30. I was texting him all last night. I spent 10 minutes on the phone to him. And I texted him first thing this morning. I said, I'm on my way, but they're in an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm on his driveway for half an hour, banging on the door, look at his car. And when it comes out, he's so blurry-eyed. He's like, oh, I was up all night on Fortnite.
Oh my goodness.
And he said to me, he's like, where's your tracksuit? Like, excuse me? What do you mean? Where's the tracksuit? He says, you're not allowed on this estate without a tracksuit on. Whoa. Sorry,
classy area that you went to then.
Well, yeah, he was, he really was, well,
he's Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Desperate for the cash.
He just didn't strike me as this sort of person that should own an MG.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't start. It had no fuel in it. The doors weren't locked. When I said we've got keys, it's not even locked anyway. I tried door, bloody up. Honestly, are you for real, you?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Well,
It was a bit worse than I anticipated. So I just said, look, I'll be in touch. Because we had agreed on a fee, actually. We had agreed that on the price. But I said to myself, I can't do that, you know. I can't go through. So I offered him a cheeky price, and he straight away got back to me saying, no chance. Just them 2 words, no chance. Cool, no worries.
Yeah.
The next, about half an hour later, he said, I'll let you have it for this much. And I thought, well, just let him sweat over it, not bother.
Yeah.
Today he's texted me again, and he's offered me the car for a ridiculously low price.
And is that lower than what you offered, or is it higher? Higher than what you've offered?
It's £100 less than what I offered, and he came back to me within seconds saying no chance. So it's £100 less than what I offered.
Wow.
And he straight away came back saying no chance. So he's texted me today, which is 2 days later, saying you can have it for that. I'm just gonna let him sweat it out.
Yeah, you're in no rush.
Sweat it out.
He wants cash for Christmas, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Buy his PlayStation. He wants to buy a PlayStation 5, probably.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll secure the deal. I'll secure it, and if you guys go 50-50, then I'll make it.
If you guys go 50-50.
Facilitator.
Oh yeah.
All right. I will insure it, and I will fix it up.
Oh yeah.
Do brakes, get the engine running, blah blah blah. That's my contribution.
I'd like to keep my family jaws in place. If I told the wife that's what I was doing, I'd lose them.
About £500 each.
I've got to pay for my own kids' V-Bucks, not
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
Pocket money. Who's changed you, Mark?
Now
Now you're working again. You've done 2 days' work. You're loaded now. Man, 8 weeks off.
He probably won't be getting paid until end of December.
Probably not, no. But
When you're working for agencies, it's all like done, you know, and you probably won't get a pay packet until the end of December.
It probably won't be, no. Maybe after Christmas now, where they all fall, yeah.
Yeah. Costs. Where is it you got to go? Bolton, did you say?
Bolton.
Right. How far away is that?
Is it about an hour and 10?
It's about 50 miles. Takes me about 55 minutes.
Okay.
A bit more coming back, obviously. There's a bit more traffic.
What are we drinking, chaps? Let's switch it on. Let's get some booze in. And I think, my week. Not a lot.
So,
It's not a lot. I went off to go and see Sam today. We were chasing the tractor around the village. You know, that's so you know, trying to, and we've opened up the tin of Quality Street, you know, to start feeling a little bit festive. So yeah, can't grumble.
Excellent.
Go on.
I mean, how could I forget that it was my birthday the other day?
Oh, how could we forget? We won't forget, John. You fell asleep.
I didn't fall asleep. I did not fall asleep.
No, you passed out. Yes, call it that.
I was only asleep for a moment.
Oh yeah, all of you.
Was it about how many hours was it?
I do have a photo of the three of you, all right? Because there's a photo of you, Lauren, and your dog. Was it? Which one was it? Was it Bacchus?
Sully.
Was it Sully? Oh, yeah. Are you all right with me sticking it on there, John?
Go on.
I'll stick the photo there, and people can see that. It was a good night. We stayed up, Mark, didn't we? What time did we finish?
Oh, it was about 3:30, I think, wasn't it?
About 3:30.
We called it a day.
Yeah. It was a Zoom party, wasn't it? You had we had half a dozen people, you know, half a dozen families in, or whatever. It was good.
My birthday, and I go and fall asleep at what time was
it? You drank a fair amount of whiskey. I'm enjoying a bit of Katie this week. Again, always on me Thatcher, so I'm a happy chap. What are you on, John?
Well, I've hooked up one of my casks in the cellar because it was just getting that little bit that was a bit mature.
Good man.
I tapped it weeks ago, and there's always that little egg timer. So I didn't want to risk it, and so there you go. So
Good man. What is it you're drinking?
Oh Christ, what is it? I forgot what it is. Oh, I know what it is. It's called. Oh, it's called Fall Over by Old Mill Brewery.
Brilliant. Fall Over. Oh, great name.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Fell asleep with the night.
Yeah. Go on then, Mark. What are you on? I hope you're not on red wine.
No, not this week.
No.
I'm on a cider today.
I want a fruity cider on a strong nose.
Tonight, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Just go night, so work night. So
Let's clinky in then, gents. Merry Christmas to you guys, and we'll enjoy this and have a bit of a laugh. I've got some Christmas adverts for you this time.
Oh yeah.
Cheers. Are you ready for what happens next?
we are.
Oh, indubitably.
Bring it on. There we go. Okay, so what happens next? I'm going to show you a clip. This one's genius, absolutely genius. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's funny. Let me show you this one. Have a look. Okay, what's your thoughts, gents?
What on earth is that?
It is funny, believe me. Right, what's your thoughts, Mark?
No idea. Some sort of safety campaign.
Okay.
Playing with, I don't know, lights.
Lighters or something.
Or making sure the Christmas lights.
What do you think happens next?
What do I think happens next?
Yeah, go on, John. Yeah.
I think that. Have you seen the movie? Is it Elf? Where the guy he can throw about 100 snowballs in a second. It's like,
Oh yeah.
right, and it's like rapid fire.
Yeah.
I think the other guys are going to throw about 10,000 snowballs in the space of a second and fill that elephant's mouth with snow so he can't sneeze on them.
Oh, very good. Okay, all right. Mark, what do you think?
I've no idea, but I think it's the parent elephants in the background, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get some sort of good hiding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Playing with the Christmas lights when they're not.
I don't think you'll get this, gents.
No.
Let's have a look. Absolute genius.
I was thinking of the most silliest thing to say, and that was silly, and I can imagine.
Oh, dear, brilliant. Okay,
Brilliant.
right. Here comes your next one. Oh dear.
Sorry, guys. No carrots again. Hup. Look, no carrots. They didn't leave any, okay. I'm tired too, you know.
What's your thoughts, chaps? So, what have you seen? What have you seen there?
A greedy Santa. A mean Santa.
Oh, okay, all right.
Just being
John?
very selfish. They're all working hard. They're all a team, aren't they?
Yeah.
Santa's taking all the glory there. It's been a bit of a burger, really. they're all doing all his graft. And let's face it, he's just sat on his jacksie, isn't he? In that sleigh. Modern maids going, you know. The reindeers are going round and round the world. Graft.
Yeah.
So I must understand it's laws of physics, isn't it? They're doing a lot of miles. He's just falling down chimneys and whizzing back out again.
What happens next? Come on.
Does he accidentally land on an open fire? That can't happen.
So you think there's retribution in that? So he's getting mince pies. He's saying that nobody's leaving carrots for the reindeers.
They dropped him off a supermarket.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Could have dropped him off at a supermarket.
So they've dropped him off. Okay. All right. Okay. Any thoughts as to where or what it might be?
Which supermarket you mean? Well, go on back.
Yeah, which establishment? You're thinking.
I'll go for Audi.
Okay. John?
There's just a part of me that thinks that the roof was a bit too big to be an Aldi. I'll go with Sainsbury's. It was quite a well-made advert.
Okay.
I'll go with Sainsbury's. A little bit posh.
Okay, here we go.
Happy Christmas.
Ah, look. Reindeer treats.
There you go.
There's me and Mark being really mean about Santa. I mean, what were we thinking? We know
dear.
Santa is the most loveliest man in the world. Sorry, Santa.
Dear.
He's watching, you know.
He's watching, yeah. Be careful what you say. But he goes to where all of us go for, the drive-in snacks, going off to McDonald's. Right, here's...
I went to McDonald's yesterday, actually. But I have chicken burger. You want bad?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, it was sound, actually. Bit of a kick.
Let's go over this next one. You're only going to get 5 seconds of this. Have a quick look.
Please join us after our final number for some chocolate and cherry mince pies.
So, please join us afterwards for some treats, whatever it was, some mince pies. What's your thoughts?
I think that pianist is a chocolate fiend, and I think it's completely driven around the bend. It's like it is her drug.
Okay.
Yeah. So as soon as the MC has said chocolate and cherry treats, the woman about to do the last tune thinks, "This, I'm gone, and I'm going to get this chocolate." I think she might go bam and then run and try and get all the chocolate before anyone else gets there.
Here we go. I'm going to take it back to the beginning. John, you're not far off.
Please join us after our final number for some chocolate and cherry mince pies.
Sound lovely.
Oh, I must say, I thought you played that really well, Jill.
I did, didn't I?
Fine.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Oh dear, great, brilliant. There you go. There's your what happens next, and we'll have a few more festive favourites next week. So there you go. Well done, John. Well done.
Right. So, All right, and gents, we'll keep it really rapid fire. 2 questions now. So the first one I've got for you is, I'll just consult my notes because they're really long-winded questions. On Christmas Day, when you wake up in the morning and you're all excited and it's glorious, it's the magic, the children are going, Santa's been. Yeah. And normally I have a lump of coal in my sock.
Really?
I'm never a good boy. So, the excitement takes over. At what point in the day, what time of the day do you think, you know what, let's celebrate, it's Christmas, and let's have a first little chin towards St. Nicholas?
I don't think I will have had a pint or anything, at least before midday.
Oh, yeah.
No. It would either be, with the meal, sort of like a Christmas lunch thing, to kind of kickstart it, and I might be having a few further on. But generally, I don't really drink that much. It's not been a drinking affair, really, as Christmas Day. Boxing Day tends to be the day when, a bit more drink is drunk.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
But Christmas Day, not so much. And I think with little ones, we've not really, the missus ain't a real big drinker. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't think.
With your lunch, that sort of thing.
Possibly, yeah.
And what do you have?
It wouldn't be any different to a cider.
Do you mean you'd have a cider then?
Yeah, it'd be a cider. Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah. I don't mind. I'd drink anything, but
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I do feel you though. I'm not a solo drinker normally. It's a social event.
Yeah.
So with your 2 young daughters and your missus who doesn't drink, you're not going to be in the right place to have a bit of plonk.
Whereas on Boxing Day, I tend to get to the pub, and things and stuff. So
yeah, it's a good day Boxing Day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, that would be my sort of my release, of getting some booze in. But yeah, Boxing Day.
Yeah,
but
well, mine.
Difficult.
Yeah, well, mine generally. We wake up in the morning. After the presents, we'll probably have breakfast, a little bit of Bucks fizz, but you can't really class that as an alcoholic drink.
No. It's more than some people, Mark.
Yeah, a little bit of a taste, but then I don't normally have a drink until early afternoon.
See, years ago, it would have been champagne with salmon. Yeah, I would have done that as breakfast.
Would you?
So, years ago.
What, smoked salmon with cream
salmon?
cheese?
Yeah, cream cheese and a champers. Yeah, for Christmas breakfast. Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's how it did start. But when the families arrived, it's like it's completely different, isn't it? The focus is less on me getting drunk, and it's more about keeping the
No, you need to get those
World War III out of
weighing scales sorted back out, Neil. You've gone too far.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Yeah, smoked salmon. It would have been. Yeah. I purposely went out.
Yeah, smoked salmon. Yeah.
Not be until like early afternoon when I get to have my first drink. So normally, generally going around picking people up, picking my mum and bride.
Oh, driving, yeah, of course.
I have to do like the honours and go around picking folk up.
Is it a Scotch whiskey for you then, Mark? Is it a bit of a totty, not totty, it's a bit like a
No, I'd probably generally start on the beer. I'd start on beer, go on to whiskey later on after the dinner. Yeah. Wine with a dinner, and then whiskey later. Yeah.
Go on, John. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I have a similar sort of pattern to Mark, really, where I like yourself, Neil. My my missus doesn't drink much at home.
Yeah.
She just doesn't.
Yeah.
She's a social drinker as well. So when I open a bottle of Prosecco for breakfast...
She's like a peer pressure drinker, isn't she?
Yeah, you've got to go down it.
Yeah.
When I say it to her, she doesn't do it. But when you guys say it to her, she goes, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. She'll drink as much gin as she can take.
Yeah, and then she goes...
Yeah. She's a sleeper.
Yeah. So I, generally speaking, have a bottle of Prosecco for breakfast. So first thing in the morning, I'll have a bottle of that. And then our Christmas Day usually pans out like this. So at 9:30ish, I will say to all the family, let's all move together as a unit through the day, and we go downstairs into the pub. We light both fires. We get the whole place clean and tidy. And at 11 o'clock, we start to welcome our first guests.
Yeah.
And then that's when I've got a special glass. It's quite tall. It contains three pints. So at 11 o'clock, I'll have a 3 pints drink, which weirdly enough, it doesn't take much drinking.
It's only one glass.
Hey?
It's only one glass, so...
Well, precisely. Your sips become bigger.
But your first pint can go quite quick, can't it? If
Absolutely.
you just start...
And
your
so does your
first
second one.
Yeah, your
second.
Yeah.
I normally have 2 of these every Christmas Day. And
my brother would be on this. If he had a 3 pint glass, I think he'd be a happy chap. Yeah.
And
If you'd asked him the question, he'd probably say, show me where they are. It's like, as soon as he wakes up, probably he's like, yeah, let's crack it on. Get it going. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then for lunch, it's wine, and after that, it's a whiskey.
So John, I've heard that in recent years, or it didn't turn out like that, did it?
Oh my days. Well, are you referring to the occasion where I overindulged?
Just slightly. Yeah.
Well,
but that started early because that was a bottle of Prosecco to start, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know how I survived this, if I'm being perfectly honest. The bottle of Prosecco for breakfast, and overexcited. The children. Santa's being. I'm thinking, this is fantastic. I love it. It's all going very smoothly. Went downstairs. 2 of my pints, which was at least 6 pints of beer, to my dad's. My mum and dad's wine, whiskey. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm nicely drunk and I'm just happy. We then went from my mum and dad's to Lauren's dad's to say, they put a buffet on, and there's a big part of me that I like to help people. I'm a caterer. I provide food, and when I do functions and catering, I will say that there's 200 grams of meat per person. There's X number of slices of bread per person. That is how you do your procurement. Use that as your basic model, and when you buy your food, you stick to that. You won't have a load of spare left over, which is just demoralising. Because everyone's full, and you've got a load of food that someone's gone to the effort of buying. Anyway, so there was this massive buffet at Lauren's dad's house, and I took one look at it. Let's just have a shot. Let's just go for it. Right. I can't eat anything. And they'd just been to Asda and bought, you get the spirits on offer, don't you? Well, they had all these brand new bottles of spirits just sat on the side. And
as you do, you have like a little drinks counter, don't you?
Yeah, there were Jägermeister, there were Baileys, there were vodka.
I remember back in the 80s, Mark, that they would have had a normal pub tray that they would have covered in foil. Did they ever do that? It's like an old tray, and he would have like lined it in foil to make it look silver.
Yeah, well, they didn't do that. It was just that's too posh.
All right, yeah, putting tin foil on an old tray, old plastic tray.
Yeah. Anyway, so went to Lauren's dad's house. There was a load of food there. Just couldn't even look at it, and decided to have a few shots. And we had a few shots, and we had 5 bottles of spirits, which, if you work that out, 5 centilitre bottles of spirits, it's 1.75 litres each. That's after a bottle of Prosecco, that's after the 6 pints, after whiskey and wine, and then had 1.75 litres of these spirits. And it ended up, me and Lauren's dad were topless and wrestling on the floor. And the children were crying. And Lauren just said, "That's enough, we're going home." And we just stopped, like, okay, let's go home. Yeah, I wasn't very well that night, and the next day I think I might have been hungover.
I'm surprised you weren't bruised, because he's a stocky fella.
Yeah, well, I honestly, I can't remember any sort of fine details. I just remember thinking, what's wrong with your children? We're fine. That's the most I've ever drunk in my life. I can't believe that we went through all that. And it was revolting stuff as well. Vodka, Bailey's, Jägermeister, Captain Morgan's. And there was some, I can't remember what the other one was, but there were 5 of them, all revolting.
Yeah, and the Bailey's will just curdle it all, won't it?
Yeah.
Bailey's
it made me sick, Mark.
I bet it did.
John, let's move on. What's your next question for us? Let's.
Sorry.
Quick one.
In fact, that was supposed to be a rapid fire. That was. Right. Okay. So.
Go on. This one can be quite quick. This one can be quite quick.
Right. Okay. You sat down to your Christmas. Oh no, never mind. You sat down for Christmas lunch. Christmas Day. It is always about overindulgence, isn't it? You always feel pogged, swollen, bloated. Wish I didn't eat that. Or maybe it's I'm dreading that being served to me because I just don't like it, full stop. So if you could remove one element of your food intake on Christmas Day, what would that be?
Well, mine would be cauliflower cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like cauliflower.
I love that.
I like cauliflower, I like cheese. I just don't like cauliflower cheese.
Cauliflower cheese I'm alright with, but I don't think it has a place on a Christmas dinner.
No.
Don't think it has a place. Although the main one for me, John, is jam. Right. Now I call it jam, but Joe will call it cranberry jelly. Or cranberry, sauce or whatever.
You don't like cranberry sauce?
Don't start sticking jam on me plate. No, I'm not having it.
You need to work yourself out, Neil. No, one word. No, it doesn't get spread on your turkey. It gets blathered on your turkey.
No.
That's how it works.
Not on my plate.
Wrong.
Yeah, no. Can't stand it. I don't know. I don't see the point in sticking jam on a roast dinner.
Oh, man.
Now, I'm anything else I'm fine with. I mean, cauliflower cheese I'm fine with. I don't think it has a place on a Christmas dinner, but, she likes it. So,
yeah. I love every element of Christmas dinner. What I don't like is when you're, all the way through the morning leading up to it, there's an abundance of chocolate and crisps and sweets. I would happily get rid of all that so that I'm properly hungry for my Christmas dinner. Because I end up having a little bit of Terry's chocolate orange, or a couple of cheeselets, or those Marmite biscuits or whatever, Twiglets. You always end up snacking all morning, don't you?
Yeah, you do. You nibble all morning, don't you?
Yeah, roses.
We've always got the lint balls in place. We could have one now.
Nice
Lint
place.
balls, yeah.
So that is a part of Christmas Day food that I would happily sacrifice. That can go. That can come on Boxing Day and that, but I don't want any chocolates or crisps on Christmas Day because I just want to focus on my turkey, my beef, and my roasties, and my salmon, my prawn cocktail.
You just said it there, John.
Yeah.
Roasties. All right.
Oh.
Right.
Absolutely
Excuse me, I've
unbelievable.
got chocolate all stuck round in my mouth now.
Yeah.
Roast potatoes. I can't stand Aunt Bessie's.
Well,
They're absolutely that's not a roast potato.
I've not had them for years anyway.
Oh, they're rubbish.
Nah.
Absolutely hate them.
Yeah.
That's a food of peasants, that.
I hate them. Hate them with a passion.
Sorry, Aunt Bessie. In fact, Aunt Bessie, if you want to sponsor us, send us your best roasties and we'll judge them.
We'll judge them.
If you're confident. But I'm not convinced.
I'd douse them in duck fat and try, but yeah. No, I can't stand them. I want a proper roast spud on Christmas Day.
Anything that you put in your oven on Christmas Day should come from a greengrocer or from a butcher.
Yeah.
Fact.
Agree. And jam doesn't come out of any of those places. Don't come out of a greengrocer or a butcher's. So
Well, as it happens, it comes from the condiments aisle. Ocean spray, cranberry sauce.
Oh, rubbish! Absolute tosh. Right. And if you even if you take me to IKEA, for meatballs, I won't have that jam. What's the point? I just don't. Any of that.
What's it called now? It's brilliant, that jam.
No, it's horrible.
I've got it in here.
You got some?
I might do, but I hurt my knee bending over.
Bang his head on the fridge. Bang.
Where's it gone? Have I got some jam in here? I'm sure I had some. A lot of mats are anyway.
It's wrong. It's rank. Yeah. No need for it to go anywhere near anything meaty. Right. On that note, let's move on.
Switch off your phones. It's pub quiz time. Over to Mark.
Right then, gang. We all up for a quiz again this week?
No.
Yeah. We're
on a Kahoot quiz.
Yeah, we're going to go Kahoot again.
Okay.
And Warren's going to join us again this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Let me share the screen then. Here we are. You can see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you set to go?
yeah.
I'll
Ready
click
to
start.
go.
You can read us the questions then, Mark. Here we go.
Okay. Coming up. Question 1. There we go. What term is given to a piece of rock or metal from space that reaches the surface of Earth? Moon rock, stardust, meteorite, shooting star.
Bloody hell, Lauren. 706. What did you get, Neil?
901.
Everybody went.
Oh, there's always one in there.
So I'm lost again.
Have a look at
Then naughty boy.
Neil's on. Neil comes out on top.
Okay. Here we go.
Question 2. Which part of the eye is the colored and surrounds the pupil? Retina, iris, sclera, or cornea?
Sorry, what's the other one again, Mark?
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Brilliant.
I think I've got it.
Oh, I didn't answer in time.
Well, what a shame, Neil.
Oh dear.
That happened to me on Saturday actually, but I think I was asleep.
You're probably asleep then.
Well done, John.
They're
Okay.
going to be putting the picture of us to sleep actually.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, you're not, Neil.
You can't say no. Are you saying
Done. It's done.
Lauren, come on.
I won't put the speech bubbles in. I'll just leave it as a blank photo.
Lauren.
Yeah, he's got permission.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, here we go.
3. In which country is the Bay of Pigs? Cuba, Venezuela, India, or Yorkshire?
Bloody hell.
Cuba.
Oh dear.
Cuba got this
Please
one.
haven't moved to middle. Yes!
Oh no. Right, here we go.
Here we go. Number 4. The powder plot was a failed assassination attempt on which king? Charles V, James I, Louis, the whatever, and James II.
No idea.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Oh.
My neck.
Oh no. I thought I had that and all.
So we all thought we had it.
Number 5. Which team scored the first ever Premier League goal? Leeds United, Man United, Sheffield United, or Blackburn Rovers? I knew you wouldn't like this one, Neil.
I must admit, I
not a clue.
don't know it. And it's a blind guess.
I've gone in quick for points.
Oh, I didn't even touch it.
Nobody.
God.
Sheffield United it was.
Ah.
I think it might have been Brian Dean who actually
Oh,
scored.
really?
I think so, yeah. Number 6. What was the name of Harry Potter's pet owl? Hedwig, Hedwit, Hedwin, or Hedwir?
It's a guess. Neil knows it. I know Neil knows it.
I thought you'd all been watching this.
Yeah, we have, but I don't know
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
I watch it with my eyes closed. Bloody hell. We all went for a different answer.
I put that in because I knew you were watching it.
Mark.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
They're
just
asleep and the boys are watching it.
I'm back in the game.
Put it all in group and quiet.
Okay.
Number 7. Which country does Belgium, France, and Germany border? Liechtenstein, Latvia, Luxembourg, or Lithuania?
Oh, I'm pressing the wrong screen.
I know, and he was good.
I'm pressing. I've got 2 screens in front of me, and I'm pressing the wrong one.
That was brilliant.
I'm pressing the question page.
Oh my days. Put your mouse down.
Surprisingly, not much change.
Yeah. Phew. Okay, next one. Let's click the
Number
right
8.
screen.
Who painted the late 15th century mural known as The Last Supper? Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Sandro Botticelli, and
Bloody hell.
Yeah, Michelangelo didn't? Did he do
do
the
the
Sistine? Did he? Yeah, the Sistine Chapel or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it wrong. Oh. Now we know. Here we go. Next one.
To number 9. What film is this? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, or Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Oh, come on.
Oh my days.
I'm definitely lost now. Right.
Well, if we don't get this right within the first millisecond, then the candidate into Mr. Bird's lap.
Yeah. And the final question, number 10. On a standard dartboard, what is the lowest number that cannot be scored with a single? 13, 31, 18, or 23? So with a single dart, the lowest number.
Oh,
Cannot be
I got that wrong. Yeah.
I couldn't answer. I didn't answer it in time.
Ah,
I don't understand that. on a single dartboard.
Yeah, no, it's
Standard dartboard. What is the lowest number that cannot be scored with a single dart? So obviously you can hit trebles and doubles as well.
but you can hit 1, 2, 3 all the way out to 20.
Yeah, and then if you hit a double 11, that's 22. But nothing will add up to 23. No triples or doubles.
I don't get it.
So you can hit
I'm like,
I don't get it. That's
Well, you
just
can't
mathematical is what that is.
again.
You can't divide 23 by 3, can you?
No.
Right. Very good.
There we go.
Might be the first time I've sworn. Very good. Very good. That's,
Low scoring game this week.
yeah. So you only got 4 right. John got 3. Lauren got 3. Yeah.
Good
I'm
quiz.
no smarter. No smarter. I only had 1 more question right.
Good quiz, sir. Thank you, Matt.
I still don't get that darts board question.
Should have thought about it for longer. You feel the pressure, don't you? You feel that timer going down.
Yeah. I missed out on a couple of questions because I just didn't answer in time.
Yeah.
So,
You don't get a lot of time to read the question either, do you?
no.
It goes pretty quick.
Very good. Well done, John. Well done, Lauren. And thank you, Mark. Well
Thank
done.
you very much.
Oh dear. Better luck next time, Lauren.
Yeah.
See you next week.
She's gone back to sleep on the sofa.
Cheers, Mark.
Go back through all your history files and think back to that moment where you opened that present and you thought, what on earth? I cannot believe it. So, what is the worst present that you've ever been bought? Maybe the word worst is the wrong word to use. Maybe
It's difficult to not
Most-
offend somebody, isn't it? You know.
most penetrating, most taking, humiliating.
I think as a kid, I was very fortunate. You know, like one year we had a bike, another year we had like a computer, you know, we had a console, you know, and things. So like, you know, each year we had something quite special,
Yeah.
and that overclouds all the other stuff. Do you know what I mean? So like, I have no real memory of the other stuff that we would have got. There was something in my adult years, right? So I was with my ex-wife, and we had a present from one of her relatives, right? Now I don't mind saying this because I'll never see them ever again. Do you know what I mean? So it was a used chopping board. It was wooden, from recollection. It was wooden. And it was used. There was score marks in the chopping board, right? And we were like looking at it, going, "What is your auntie sent us?" Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Was it stained as well?
yeah, it looked used. Do you know what I mean? Or like, it's a chopping board. I mean, you know, it was used. It was a used chopping board from one of her relatives.
No.
That was up there, you know, from memory point of view, you know, that stuck in my mind as like one of the worst things.
Yeah. That is bad. That's really bad.
It's really a used chopping board. I mean, you know, do you think she packed the wrong one? What happened? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, did she try out first and think, yeah, I quite like this, I'll get one for myself? Like, I have no idea. No, we never asked the question. We never explored it. We just kind of, you know, either got rid or whatever. Yeah.
Why do you ask him? Why do you send an email and ask him?
I remember the ex phoning up her parents saying, "Do you realise what one of your brothers or sisters had sent us?" and we had that laugh over the telephone, you know, like, yeah, straight up, like she's just said, that's what we've got. Yeah, use chopping board, there you go.
Bloody hell.
Again, I can't think of any presents like that, like you can class as worst. I can think of an awkward one, and it's a bit of a confession time here as well.
Go on.
Liking this.
See,
Feel free to open up, Mark. Open up, you know.
It's just between us two.
It's just between us. Yeah.
So anyway, again, I'll apologise to my mum and Brian on this one. There came a point where I decided I wanted to learn guitar, and Brian, being musical and a music teacher, he said, "Oh, I've got a few guitars. I can let you have one." So he gave me this like Spanish classical guitar, wooden guitar, to learn guitar. So all right. So I never really got to a point where I started properly learning it, but we had it in the house. So we had a bit of a party back at the house one night, and one of my friends decided to wrap it round another friend's head and smash it into pieces. And I've never ever felt comfortable to tell my mum and Brian about it yet.
Oh my days.
But anyway, we just kept quiet on this.
And you felt sticking that on YouTube was probably the best thing to do, Mark.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
Kudos to you, man.
It was the Christmas present part, which was the awkward part, because obviously Christmas comes around then, so we're opening all those presents, and my mum and Brian bought me a learn guitar book, and then I just looked at Sam, and I just went,
guitar.
Face just dropped, and I'm like, what?
Can I just want to say at this point, Mark, how many years back are we talking?
Probably talking about 16 years.
Me and John 16, did not know you at that point. The wrapping a guitar around somebody's head has nothing to do with us.
It was not me.
No, it wasn't us. We didn't know him then. No. Yeah. How you pick your friends, Mark, you know.
I know, this guitar has never been mentioned to this day. But anyway, yeah, so that was not a bad present, it was just an awkward one. It's just still not being used, but yeah.
Oh my
Sorry, Mum.
Have you still got the book, Learn to Play the Guitar?
I think I possibly may have, yeah.
It didn't make it to a charity shop.
Well, it might have done, I'm not sure.
Oh dear, very good. Very good. Brilliant.
Just an awkward, very awkward one. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's a shame, you know, especially when you know, someone's gifted it to you. You know,
well, yeah. Both gifts were lovely gifts.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't the gift; it was the situation, the circumstance.
It was the situation.
Go on then, John. Yeah, go on, John. What's yours?
Yeah, sorry to
Can't be as bad as that.
I must be honest with you about that story was I felt pain. Oh my god, I can't believe that's happened. Yeah, but you can't help it. You know, sometimes your pals have a spell, don't they? Yeah. Anyway, so that aside, when I was growing up, I had a passion for motorbikes. I always did, and my cousin Leanne, she had a motorbike, and I learnt to ride on this said motorbike, the Yamaha TY250 trials bike, brilliant. First bike I learned with the clutch, you know, gears. I'd previously learnt to ride a rev and go field bike with my cousin Gareth, but this was the first one that I'd learnt with gears. And when I was 16, I got my first bike that I was intending to do up and have as my road bike, 125, learn illegal, ride around on L plates. But my dad, being the tight bastard that he is, he bought me this old thing covered in spiders' webs out the back of someone's old garage for 275 quid. So there you go, John. There's your motorbike. When you're 17, you can ride that. I mean, I must admit, I was absolutely this is fantastic, brilliant. Motorbike, brilliant, wow. But it didn't go brum, it didn't work. You can start up, and it would go brum, 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 for about 5 seconds, and then thing didn't have no longevity in it, and I didn't have a clue how to fix it. My dad didn't have a clue how to fix it. He was like, "It's yours, I bought your bike. You fix it."
Yeah, you work it out.
Yeah, and that's how I met my best friend, was that because my uncle Steve, he had a very good friend called Big John, and he put me in contact with Big John and said, "You know what, Big John is a man that can fix your bike, no doubt about it."
So your worst present is the bike?
No.
Okay.
When we approached this Christmas, the Christmas following the purchase of the bike, we had a secret Santa amongst all my cousins. So my cousin Leanne, who had taught me how to ride this trials bike with a clutch on it, she drew my name in this secret Santa. Bearing in mind there's 30 or so cousins. Quite an extensive family. She got my name. I didn't know it's the whole point of the secret Santa. So I'm at my nana's house and I got my present on this box and I opened it up and it was a Kickstarter for a motorbike and the irony was that my motorbike never worked. Trying to get it going. Yeah. So the irony is that it was just a giant piss take and everyone was laughing and it was a moment of just comradeship. You take your piss out of your wingmen, and I'd spent hours with Leanne on motorbikes. For her to get me that kickstart, and at that point, I'd fixed my bike up. It was on the road. I'd met Big John, and we'd formed a relationship. Good pal he was, good pal, and it brings back fantastic memories. So thinking about the worst present that I've ever had, it makes you think about the ones that mean the most.
More memory, the memory of it.
And it's the poignancy of it. So for me, for that secret Santa present of a kickstart, it's the most poignant, random present that I've ever had, which was a little bit of a thummy nose, but a high five at the same time. You know what I mean? So a treasured memory of a random present, really.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
Right, boys, haven't you got homes to go to?
Okay, thank you, Lauren, for the reminder. It's time for us to call it a night. Had a good one there, gents. Really enjoyed that. And we'll have some more Christmassy stuff next week. So join us again at 5 o'clock next week. We'll be back for another episode. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like and do all that kind of stuff. Share on your Facebook if you can. Share it with your friends and family and help us spread the word. That'd be great. Absolutely brilliant if you can do that. Just really enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Let's clinky in.
Yes.
Cheers, guys, and we'll catch up next week.
Thank you.
And a quick thank you to Leanne for that Kickstarter, and a cheers to Big John.
Oh, cheers for John. Yeah. Cheers, John.
Big John.
Thank you.